He kept on doing that during this speech where he looked so cognitively addled. Now, I looped that 3 times at the beginning just to isolate that sound that he was making. But I'll show it to you in its full context right here. And again, throughout the speech, he looked defeated. He looked beaten. He looked like he had been knocked out. And he was speaking at this artificial intelligence committee. And he says that we shouldn't call AI. But anyway, here's what he says. He goes, we shouldn't call it artificial intelligence. I don't like that name. Here, play this clip.
The earliest days of one of the most important technological revolutions in the history of the world. Around the globe, everyone is talking about artificial intelligence. I find that too. Artificial, I can't stand it. I don't even like the name. You know, I don't like anything that's artificial. So could we straighten that out, please? We should change the name. I actually mean that. I don't like the name artificial anything, because it's not artificial. It's genius. It's pure genius.
And then he can't say the word luminaries, but you can listen to this right here. Let's play it.
Up here, the brain power, the greatest power of them all, the brain power. Well, I'm thrilled to be here with so many tech leaders and luminaries as we take historic action to reassert the future which belongs to America, always has been.
Then he just starts saying, I don't see losers here. I know there are losers. I like winners. What? This is what you're saying in an artificial intelligence meeting? Here, play this clip.
Successfully, I haven't seen any, and I know the losers just like I know the winners. I tell you, I don't see any of the losers here. But now if some of the...
Now, then the people who work with Donald Trump had to explain to him what he was signing. And it was so weird. You are signing something that stops the woke. Here, just watch this. How strange is this? Here, play this clip.
And lastly, sir, as you said in your speech, we don't want woke AI. We want AI models based on accurate information that give accurate information and accurate answers. This executive order will ensure that when the federal government procures or promotes different AI models, that those AI models are ideologically neutral, that they don't embrace wokeism and critical race theory and all of these terrible theories that have done so much damage to our country.
Thank you very much.
Then Donald Trump talks about making incredible deals in Alaska. And he goes, we're making deals with Asian countries, and lots of people don't know that Asia is close to Alaska. Play it.
Tremendous energy success. We're the biggest. We have more energy than anybody else in the world. Nobody knew that until I came along, but we have more energy than anybody else in the world. We're making incredible deals on energy, including deals in Alaska. Well, we that's the mother lode. That's the big one. And we're making deals with various Asian countries that need it. And it's actually hard to believe, you don't think of it, but Asia is very close to Alaska, relatively speaking. It's not the closest, but it is pretty much the closest when it comes to oil and gas and energy. And we're making some incredible deals. And I want to thank Chris. Chris is fantastic, works in partnership really with this gentleman who's the head of all of, you've got the land and he's got the energy, right? But they formed a great partnership, Doug. So
then Donald Trump says his chief of staff, Susie Wiles, can take out a country with a single phone call. Play it.
They were, by the way, most powerful woman in the world is here today. Susie Wiles, stand up, please. Susie Wiles, chief of staff. She can take out a country with a mere phone call. No, they just voted her the most powerful woman anywhere in the world. She might be the most powerful person in the world, I think. But she's done hasn't she done a good job, though, huh? Good.
And then he says it's very uncool to be woke. Let's play it.
Hanging around it all. Now it's actually very uncool, as somebody told me the other day. It's so uncool to be woke.
Then he says that there are over 200 countries in the world and that many people don't know how many countries there are. And he says most countries will just be charged straight tariffs. He calls himself a deal junkie. What's he talking about? Here, play this clip.
But mostly we'll be charging straight tariffs to most of the rest of the world because we have over 200 countries. People don't realize it's a lot of That's a lot of deals. Even if you're like me, a deal junkie, that's a lot of deals. That would be too much for anybody. Ooh. How did we do with this country that I never heard of? We got a lot of deals cooking. But
he then starts mocking trans athletes during the speech. Let's play it.
Now a man who transitioned came up and looked at the bar. How much is it? 212 pounds. Oh, let me try it. Bing, bong. I think he broke the record by 109 pounds. It's going to be a long time. It's going to be a long time before a woman catches that. And these are great athletes and great people, and it's demeaning. And who the hell wants this? We're off of that whole standard, because I just tell you those as examples.
He then attacks Obama. What are we watching? Here, play this clip.
New scam was one of the greatest. It's so ridiculous what they've made you do. The carbon footprint. They talked about the carbon footprint, and then Obama hops onto a 747 Air Force One and flies to Hawaii to play a round of golf and comes back. What about the carbon footprint?
All right, time for some live talk, life insurance talk, that is. You probably have it, but do you know how much you're paying for it, and for how much are you being covered? Odds are you pay too much for too little. And did you know if you receive life insurance through your job and you're unexpectedly laid off, you could suddenly be covered for nothing? Scary to think about, but simple to get right thanks to SelectQuote, where I'm headed to sort out my life insurance policy today. For over 40 years, SelectQuote has been one of the most trusted brokers in insurance, helping more than 2 million Americans secure over $700 billion in coverage. Their mission is simple: to find you the right insurance policy for your unique needs. They shop, you save. Unlike other one-size-fits-all life insurance companies, SelectQuote's licensed agents work for you. In as little as 15 minutes, they'll compare policies from top-rated carriers to find you the best fit for your health and your budget, and they work for you for free. No medical exam, no problem. They partner with providers offering same-day coverage up to $2 million without needing to visit your doctor. Have high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart disease? SelectQuote is partnered with policies designed for many pre-existing health conditions, so you get the protection you deserve. Head to selectquote.com and a licensed insurance agent will call you right away with the right policy for your life and your budget. Life insurance is never cheaper than it is today. SelectQuote, they shop, you save. Get the right life insurance for you for less and save more than 50% at selectquote.com/Meidas. Save more than 50% on term life insurance at selectquote.com/Meidas today to get started. That's selectquote.com/Meidas, Meidas. Then he says that there needs to be a powerful person who can supplant the states' rights. And he pushes this idea that the federal, and this was not supported by MAGA at all, and the Republican base took this provision out of the budget bill. The Republicans took this one out of the budget bill, and Democrats didn't want it either. But it said that that the federal government should control all AI standards and states shouldn't have a role. And Trump's like, yeah, we should not do states' rights. Okay, we'll play the clip.
We also have to have a single federal standard, not 50 different states regulating this industry of the future. And some people would say, gee, that's an unpopular thing to say. I was told before I got up here, this is an unpopular thing because some people, they don't want that. But I want you to be successful. And you can't have one state holding you up. You can't have 3 or 4 states holding you up. You can't have a state with standards that are so high that it's going to hold you up. You have to have a federal rule and regulation. Hopefully you'll have the right guy in this position that's going to supplant the states. If you are operating under 50 different sets of state laws, the most restrictive state of all will be the one that rules. So you could have a state run by a crazy governor, a governor that hates you, a governor that's not smart, or maybe a governor that's very smart, but decides that he doesn't like the industry and he can put you out of business because you're going to have to go to that lowest common.
Then Donald Trump tells this story about Nvidia, the AI company, and how when Trump got into power, he wanted to break up Nvidia and destroy it. And then you have the Nvidia CEO there. Here, play this clip.
Here, including somebody that's amazing. I said, look, we'll break this guy up. This is before I learned the facts of life. I said, we'll break him up. They said, don't say it's very hard. I said, why? I said, what percentages of the market does he have? Sir, he has 100%. I said, who the hell is he? What's his name? His name is Jensen Wong, Nvidia. I said, what the hell is Nvidia? I've never heard of it before. He said, you don't want to know about it, sir. I figured we could go in and we could sort of break him up a little bit, get him a little competition. And I found out it's not easy in that business. I said, supposing we put the greatest minds together and they work hand in hand for a couple of years. He said, no, it would take at least 10 years to catch him if he ran Nvidia totally incompetently from now on. So I said, all right, let's go on to the next one. And then I got to know Jensen, and now I see why. Jensen, will you stand up? What a job. What a job you've done. Man. Great. He's a great guy, too.
Then Donald Trump says that America needs to behave more like China when it comes to not respecting the copyright and intellectual property of IP holders. Let's play it.
What we really need to be successful is a very simple phrase called common sense. And that begins with a common sense application of artificial and intellectual property rules. It's so important. You can't be expected to have a successful AI program when every single article, book, or anything else that you've read or studied, you're supposed to pay for. Gee, I read a book, I'm supposed to pay somebody. And, you know, we appreciate that, but you just can't do it because it's not doable. And if you're going to try and do that, you're not going to have a successful program. I think most of the people in the room know what I mean. When a person reads a book or an article, you've gained great knowledge. That does not mean that you're violating copyright laws or have to make deals with every content provider. And that's a big thing that you're working on right now, I know, but you just can't do it. China's not doing it. And if you're going to be beating China, and right now we're leading China very substantially in AI, very, very substantially. And nobody's seen the amount of work that's going to be bursting upon the scene. But you have to be able to play by the same.
Then he lies and says that there's $17 trillion coming into the United States, which is just not the case. Here, play this clip.
We're seeing trillions and trillions of dollars in new investments. So at this moment, we have almost $17 trillion coming into this country. There's never been a period of time like that. And that's in a period of a few months.
I mean, what in the world did we just observe there, folks? Here, I'll play you that clip again of the noise he was making. Just play what we started off at the beginning. Let's play it. Yeah, I mean, his face was orange. He looked knocked out, like he was going to fall asleep. Very strange stuff. Anyway, that's what he was doing at an AI summit. Obviously, the Epstein stuff is weighing on him right now. It's defeating him. It's knocking him down, especially as we learned, Wall Street Journal exclusive, that Donald Trump's all over the Epstein files. Not a shocker, but he was briefed on it, and that's why he's calling it a hoax. The cover-up gets deeper. He looks addled. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks for watching.
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.MeidasTouch.com. All 100% USA union made.